This is our sand, brand new. This is what I used to sandblast.
So what's the name of the sand?
The name of the sand is 10X engineer material, man-made.
Man-made.
Okay.
So it's got some type of iron or something on it, some metal.
It's a top secret thing that you can't tell. It's supposed to be just ordinary sand,
but it's man-made, so
but it's
probably got some properties in it.
But it's biodegradable. It doesn't harm you. That's the thing. It does not harm you. When I sandblast, then all the sand falls down. And I pick up at the end of the job, when the job is done, I move the pump and I collect all my sand up to the front. And I put it in here. This machine that I got here. I put it in this machine over here. Which it lands there and takes all the big pieces out. Then it goes up a conveyor belt up there and drops into there. And then it's a vacuum that vacuums the dust out through that hole, through over there. And then the sand I get to blast again comes here. And there's our sand, and to start all over again. It's called recycling. Here is the old sand I can show you. This is the old sand that comes out that we don't use. We discard this. And it's biodegradable, like flour. This doesn't do nothing.
So that is the done deal. That's it.
That's it for that. But it's a recycled base.
So it's no use for that one anymore.
You can't use it anymore.
So do you? Okay. So it's this disposal.
We call a recycle person to come pick it up, and they take it with them. And that's the final steps of it.
Wow.
Then you just keep continuing on and on. Like if I didn't do this. My bag of sand I could go 7 times, use it 7 times. If I don't, I use only once if I don't have a recycle system like this.
Okay, with the recycle system you can recycle about 7 times.
7 times with the same bag of sand.
Same bag. Wow.
And it saves you the money on the recycle. Like each bag here is over $1,000. So you think about it, if you're losing 5 bags, you're losing 5,000. No, but we're recycling it. So this product gives me 7 times the description. Like there's other products here which is cheaper, but it's only going to give you 2-3 times the thing. So
all that is thanks to this recycle system that you have going on here.
Yeah.
This system, okay. So how long you been doing this, Carlos?
20 plus years.
20 plus years. So you blast over what? Thousands and...
Oh, thousands, yeah. Since Concord was here, since I was first blast here, over 1,000 pumps. I've blasted 65 meters, 50 meters, 40 meters, line pumps, placing booms, anything that's steel that needs blasting. And the thing about the blasting is you save so much money on the sandpaper, manpower. Like it takes me to do this, and with my partner, this pump here took us 2.5 days. Well, we'll take 7 guys, 3-4 days of hand sanding, and then once you hand sand, the paper's garbage. Where I still recycle my sand, I still make it keep on going.
So what's the purpose of blasting a brand new equipment?
Blasting a brand new equipment, the equipment comes with a primer, a shipping primer. When we sandblast, we bring the steel back to its original steel. Like if this gets wet, it will rust because there's no protection on it. So when the painters get it and they put their primer on, it sucks the primer and it makes it tougher on it so it won't peel. Then when they do the top coats on the primer, it stays on so it does not peel. If I was to paint this pump with the shipping primer, when you grab a pressure washer, it'll start peeling. That's why we sandblast, because it brings it back to the original steel, and it's like a vacuum will suck the primer before you give you 2 top coats on it.
So it's addition, right? You better have it adheres more to the metal, which actually the paint overlasts a little bit, lasts longer, right?
Like you could paint a pump like this to last 20, 30 years and won't rust. Then again, if you hand sand the pump with a primer, in 2 years rust is going to start appearing on it because it's not cured. Like the color steel is what you see here is gray, not this dark color. That's a liquid that they put it on it so it won't rust, but it still will rust. And if you paint over that, it will peel. It's an oil base that they put on, they dip on. So once you paint over it, it will peel. Unless you sand it there until it's back to the original steel. This is the color of the steel as it is. I've seen a pump that's 15, 20 years old, and I've seen a pump that's 2 years old, and the 15-year-old looks newer than the 2-year-old. Why? Because it was properly cured and properly blasted to get the right stuff.
So you mentioned you do a 65 in here. So how big is this facility right now?
65 meter here will be sticking out a bit. I can't, it's 100 feet, but I can't recall. 80 feet up high. The reason why I get a 65 in here properly is because I raise up the boom and I tuck it in. But now, since now we've got this new method, we're taking sections off the pump. So we'll do the first 3 sections from the pump, and then we'll do the rest of the pump in here. So it doesn't stick, even a 65 will still stick out my bay by about 10 feet. So I have to make a tarp out there. This way, when it comes in, I take the 3 sections off, I blast those 3 sections, they paint it, put it aside, then they blast the other 2 sections and the body, they paint it, and then they mount the whole section back together. That I know of, this was the first biggest in Western Canada, almost in Canada. But now, after 20 years, this has been here for 20 years, of course after 20 years, things have grown, things have gotten bigger, and so on. So I cannot say this is the biggest, but it was the biggest at one time. And it does I don't need any bigger, it does the job. It's been doing the job for 20 plus years.
Yeah, and it's still
going.
Still big enough for, you know what I mean? If you can fit a 65 here, what else, right?
Yeah, what else do you need?
All right.
I got a tarp hanging from the roof. It hangs from the roof. So when I put the pump up, I grab the tarp, I wrap the tarp around the cab. So it's protected.
Yeah. So no fine dust.
If you can't do it from the roof, you put a tarp over it. But if you put a tarp over it, it's a lot more work because you can scratch the cap. I'm trying to prevent not to damage the cab itself, the mirrors, the paint on it, because it's already painted.
Right.
And I'm mostly trying to protect the chrome. Any chrome has to be masked. No questions about it.
Right. So it's a step to this. It's not just come here and start blasting. So it's a process to the.
And anything you have to prep everything. And this is one type of prepping. Did you show them the valves over here?
Yep.
Did he show you at the
No,
master
we
plan?
haven't go to the valves yet.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
all these valves on top has to be masked the same way as you do the cylinder.
Right.
And you can see on the video, it's mask tape. You put that masking tape and you put duct tape. You don't want to put the duct tape too tight. You want one piece that holds the duct tape on it, and the rest a little loose. Because a little loose, when the sand hits it, it will bounce off the little loose. If it's too tight, it will burn that, and it will burn the inside of it.
So you go through, right?
So
Yeah.
we'll go through.
Gotcha. Now it makes sense why I saw you doing it like a little bit loose. I was trying to figure out why it's like a little. Yeah. So you got a cushion. It's like some cushion.
A cushion.
Some cushion for the pushing.
That's it. That's it.
Gotcha.